let's talk about one of the biggest debates in finance: investing versus trading. You've got one side promising the slow, steady path to wealth, and the other promising fast cash, like right now. So which one actually works? Let's find out. I mean, if you've been on the internet for more than like 5 minutes, you've seen it all. You get these loud voices screaming, trading is the only way to get rich fast. And then you have others saying, no, investing is the safe path. It's just this constant wall of noise, and honestly, it's super easy to get lost. So yeah, on one hand, you've got trading, and man, is it tempting. We're talking about the dream of making money in minutes, right? That quick profit, that adrenaline rush you get from timing the market just perfectly, it's exciting stuff. And then there's the other side, investing. It's the slow and steady promise. The idea that you're planting these tiny seeds today, and with a lot of patience, they're going to grow into a whole forest of wealth over your lifetime. So that brings us to the big one. Which one actually makes you more money? If you strip away all the hype, all the gurus yelling at you online, which path is really better for the average person? The rocket ship or the slow-growing tree? Well, that's exactly what we're going to break down right now. Okay, so let's start with why this is so confusing in the first place. You've got the thrill of fast money versus the comfort of long-term security. I mean, both of those sound pretty good, right? That's the trap. So to really figure this out, we have to get back to basics and understand what these words even mean. Alright, so let's get some definitions down. Because before we can compare investing and trading, we've got to be crystal clear on what each one actually is. You know, at the end of the day, the biggest difference really comes down to this simple idea. Investing is a marathon, trading is a sprint. An investor, they're betting on where the company's going to be years from now. A trader, they're betting on where the stock price is going to be in the next few minutes or hours. So let's zoom in on investing. What is an investor actually doing? Well, think of it like this. They're buying a small piece of a business, a company they genuinely believe in. They couldn't care less what the stock price does tomorrow or next week. They're asking, where is this company going to be in 5, 10, maybe even 20 years? It's a long-term belief. And look, the rewards for being that patient can be huge. And it's not just about the stock price hopefully going up. Investors can also get dividends, which is basically them getting a little piece of the company's profits. And the real secret weapon, something called compounding. We're going to get to that in just a minute because it's game changer. Okay, now let's do a complete 180 and talk about trading. A trader's goal is totally different. They're trying to profit from all those tiny little up and down price wiggles that happen every single day. We're talking buying a stock in the morning and maybe selling it before lunch, all just to grab a quick, small profit. Yeah, a trader's world is a whole different beast. They live and breathe price charts. They're constantly hunting for patterns, for little signals. It's all about momentum and what the crowd is thinking right now, not what the company is going to be doing in 10 years. And here's the kicker. It takes lightning fast decisions and some serious discipline. So hearing all that, trading sounds like the winner, doesn't it? I mean, fast money beats slow money, right? Well, hold on. This is the point where we need to take a big step back from all the hype and get a major reality check. Because what we all see, what gets posted online, are the huge wins, right? It's the screenshots of massive gains. It's the person claiming they doubled their money in a week. And that's just the shiny, attractive tip of the iceberg. But here's what you don't see, what's lurking under the water. First off, for every trader who makes $1, someone else has to lose that dollar. It's a brutal zero-sum game. And listen, you're not just playing against other folks like you. You're going head-to-head with giant hedge funds, professional traders, and super-fast computer algorithms. It is so stressful, and one bad emotional decision can literally wipe out your entire account. Okay, so now let's flip back to investing and talk about its secret weapon. Yeah, it might seem kind of boring compared to trading. There's no big adrenaline rush. But it has this hidden superpower that is almost impossible to beat over the long run. This is it. This chart right here shows the magic. It's called compounding. So look at that first bar. That's your starting money. Pretty simple. Now jump to year 10. See how it's grown. But here's the cool part. It's not just your original money growing. The profits you've already made are now making their own profits. And then look what happens by year 20. It just explodes. It's like a snowball rolling downhill, getting bigger and bigger, and you're not even pushing it anymore. Time is doing all the work. And that's the whole philosophy right there. You're not trying to win 100 little sprints. You're just setting a nice, steady pace and letting time, which is honestly the most powerful force in finance, do all the heavy lifting for you. It's the definition of working smarter, not harder. Okay, so we've looked at how both of these work, the good and the bad. But here's the thing. The real question isn't just which one is better, it's which one is better for you. It's all about which of these totally different mindsets actually fits with your personality, your goals, and just your life. I mean, just think about the mental side of things. Trading. That's constant attention, high stress, and every single day you're fighting off fear and greed. Investing has way fewer decisions, but it has its own challenge, and it's a big one. Patience. Seriously, the hardest thing can be just sitting there and doing nothing, especially when the market is crashing and every bone in your body is screaming at you to sell. It's a different kind of stress for sure, but a lot of people find it easier to handle. So this table here really brings it all home. Just look at these three things: your psychology, how much time you can actually commit, and how much risk you're willing to take. You have to be honest with yourself. Are you a patient person, or do you need constant action? Do you have hours every day to stare at a screen or not? Can you handle losing a big chunk of money without panicking? Your answers to these questions will point you right to the strategy that makes sense for you. So, what's the final verdict? Look, while a very, very small number of traders can make incredible money, all the history and data pretty much scream the same thing. For most people, the slow, steady, patient path of investing is the much more reliable way to actually build wealth. It really is true. In this race, the tortoise almost always beats the hare. So, at the end of the day, maybe the real question isn't, what's the best way to make money? Maybe the real question is, what kind of runner are you? Are you a sprinter, built for those short, intense bursts of speed? Or are you a marathon runner, built for the long haul? Because knowing that answer might be the most important investment you ever make.